Hello, cookbook friends, and welcome to the Cookbook Divas YouTube channel. My name is Katie, and today I'm really excited to look through this cookbook, Sumac. It's recipes and stories from Syria. This is by Anas Atassi, and I have been pretty apprehensive about cooking Middle Eastern food, even though I love it. I always get it to go and take out and eat somewhere because I just haven't attempted it myself. I just started to make shakshuka, to be honest, and I want to explore more because it's so good. It's really flavorful and awesome. It wasn't a staple really in my house aside from grabbing it at a restaurant. So I just want to make this at home and learn the basics. And this appealed to me because it really is personal. We learn more about Syria and Syrian culture, and the recipes go along with it. I just think it's a beautiful cookbook, and the cover is gorgeous too. The photography is great. Everything about this is really cool. So I want to check out the table of contents first. We have breakfast, and the first thing that popped up for me was Jazmaz. It's eggs and tomato sauce with chilies. That sounds really good. We also have mise for sharing and spreading. So, of course, we have hummuses, so many, but we also have other things. They have a sambusak, which is like phyllo rolls with cheese filling or meat filling. That sounds really good. The next thing that we have on the table of contents, next chapter, is street food. So that includes za'ra, which is spicy roasted cauliflower for those of you who are more plant-based. I was actually surprised to see a lot of vegetarian and plant-based foods in here. So it's not just meat, and it's definitely approachable for all chefs and adjustable. We have grains, vegetables, and more. Then we have meat dishes. We have chicken and fish dishes, and then of course we have desserts and beverages. So I'm really excited to check this out. This looks really good. So this is just yogurt cheese, and it gives you like a little excerpt in the very corner. It says that it's sold ready to eat in every supermarket in Syria. It's a bit more difficult to find elsewhere, but luckily it's still possible. And I'm wondering if you would use this as like a dip for bread or pita or something like that. So, of course, we have shawarma, which is one of my favorite dishes, Middle Eastern dishes for sure. But I'd love to see, because I know that each country has its own version of these. I would love to see what Syria's take is for this dish. And what I'm learning as well is a lot of these dishes that we associate with Middle Eastern food, or when we go to Mediterranean food, a lot of it originated in Syria, or allegedly probably originated in Syria. So I love the history in this cookbook. So this is that spicy roasted cauliflower. This looks very tasty. We also have a nice table spread, a nice display of what a Syrian table would look like. All these different dishes there, sharing and having family time. I really dig that. Here's a bulgur salad. This is one of the things I remember my grandma would make often, but this one looks way better. Sorry, Grandma. This looks amazing, though. Here's another beautiful table spread. I love this. I love the learning about the culture alongside with all of the food. So this is a stew of spinach and ground beef. This would be great for winter or fall coming up, and it looks pretty fresh. I love the extra vegetables. I was really surprised to see how green and luscious it looked. It didn't look so, I guess, soupy. I know it's a stew, but a lot of stews that I've seen, they tend to be a little more, loose. So we have also, wow, this looks really tasty as well. I think another part of why I'm so apprehensive to cooking some of this food is because some of the ingredients are a little They're different. So we do have pomegranates, for instance, around us at every supermarket, but I haven't really decided to put it in a sauce. And, all the little seeds, I'm just like, oh, what am I going to do? So I like that this cookbook has very approachable recipes. The ingredients are very simple and easy, and you can make stuff for all year round. Like this, for instance, I actually can see this made all year. This would be really awesome now in the summer and in fall or winter time. Shrimp with garlic, cilantro, and cayenne pepper. And then one more I'm going to show you. Fish and spicy nut sauce. This would be really tasty, definitely during fall coming up. I love that they've included like the Ramadan table for those of us that, that don't understand it and want to learn more about it. And, because we need to appeal to everybody. I think it's just really cool. And here's this beautiful table spread to celebrate Ramadan. It's just a really beautiful cookbook. I love how they're introducing Syrian culture and all the aspects with, and the food. Like, that's the best way to share culture is by food. So I guess I could show you a couple desserts because, desserts is like the best thing. This is walnut baklava. Oh man, if I wasn't celiac, I'd be all over this, but I definitely need to learn how to make this flaky dough sometime with a different kind of flour. And then here we have, this looks really good. This is a caraway pudding with nuts and grated coconut. Very cool. So this is just a glimpse of this amazing, like it's pretty thick book, Sumac. It's by Anas Atassi. If you want to learn more about Syrian culture, it's very personal and it showcases table settings, it showcases Syria and marketplaces, and just the food. It looks amazing. So definitely check this out. It's worth a read. It's beautiful, definitely. Thank you guys so much for watching this cookbook video. Make sure to subscribe and like on your way out. If you want to see more cookbook content, though, come join us on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and check out our blog at cookbookdivas.com. We also have a podcast that airs every Tuesday and Friday, so come check that out. And happy cooking, and have a great rest of your week.